dash cam video of here's Southwest Sides Crossing. Let me move it down here so y'all can watch it. Hold on. Okay, cross is already activated down there. Down here at the next street. We're following the local. I was like, dang, I'm gonna follow that local. It's right there behind me. Here's Irby Street. Traffic lights are on a red flash. Here's this crossing. Let's keep it on the move on here. Fortunately, unlike some people, there's not a lot of traffic, but there is a lot of traffic down here. Next light we're coming up to is now not Tidwell. Next one we're coming up to is Telephone Road. Telephone Road's railroad crossing. Here's this railroad crossing right here. Local's coming. But unfortunately, traffic lights have changed on me, so we got to go. Okay. Hold on, folks. I just got a truck behind me. Wants to go faster. Let's wait for the local to get down here. Let's come to our next railroad crossing along this line, Bobby Lee Lane. Let's hurry. The local's on his way. Okay, there you go. He's down there. Fortunately, I can't escape traffic for some reason. There's just so much of it. So, that's what we're going to have to just get down here to Evergreen, Lawndale, and Griggs. Hopefully the local will get down here. Hopefully we'll come this far down, and I bet it will. Okay, crossing just activated down there. If I had spun around just a couple more times, we could have caught up to it. But unfortunately, it's just people are so mean and picky. They don't really give a damn about rail offenders. We're circling around so we can catch this train. Get down here to try to get down here so we can watch it come through a railroad crossing with gates. Giving y'all something new to watch. Alright, this is work right here. and then we'll follow it right behind it once it passes the crossing. So we're gonna stay about right here so we don't block up traffic. And let's wait for the local to get down here. They have a double yellow signal down there at Griggs Lawndale. At Griggs Lawndale and Evergreen, a railroad crossing signal down there. So, yes, we are waiting for the local to get down here. Once the crossing activates, then we'll move up to it. Should be approaching this railroad crossing really soon. As soon as it do, then we'll pull up to it. There you go. And there's Gates. Good timing. Here comes the local. Alright, it's off to the next railroad crossing, which is 75th Street and Garland. And we're going to miss track clearance, green and everything down there. And it's honking the horn for the street. We'll be down there pretty soon. And we're going to rush to get down here to our next railroad crossing, which is, after that, which will be Lawndale, Griggs, and Evergreen Street. Alright, now we're waiting for Gates to go up, and then we'll go. Here's 75th and Garland. Traffic lights on under preempt mode. Crossings for the next light are on. And we're hurrying up to get down here so we can hear the horns and everything. And everybody's starting to run these railroad crossings. Okay. Here's Evergreen, Lawndale, and Griggs. Here's the big intersection I was trying to get to. Here's the local. We got to finally see this crossing in action. Yay! And since they're all sitting on red, so this is what they do when a train is passing. They all sit on red. Alright, and they remain red until the crossings go off. Alright, crossings are off. And the green to clear up the traffic. Alright, we finally caught this crossing in action. I am so happy. Now we're going to race it back towards Makawa and see if we can find another train on the Makawa sub. Hiya folks, Dre'Jon Williams here. We're back here. We're still here. Just bringing out part 3 of the train. Yes, the UP train that just finished passing. It's actually caused a traffic light and crossing malfunction here at Griggs and Makawa and Long and Makawa, and confusing a lot of drivers as the traffic lights keep going to flash mode, and then as you can see, return back on to regular recovery mode. So it's confusing a lot of people. It's confusing a lot of people. If the train stopped just very short of the crossing earlier, then my phone ran hot. So, and I didn't catch the rest of it. But, yes, the traffic lights are back up and working again. People still don't know because everybody's still running the light. They're thinking that the light don't work. So, and they keep doing it over and over again. See, another car just ran it and it just changed green again here for eastbound traffic. Um, Another track clearance. Oh my goodness. It's short cycling. Okay. Where the hell they malfunctioned twice? Surprised Abraham. I'm surprised Joseph. I ain't talked to Joseph in like I don't know how long. It's been some years. Son of a capital. No, I'm good. I'm still moving. I'm still alive. Not begging the hospital, thank God. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot I had the recorder going. Uh, yes. So, uh, I forgot y'all was still running. Um, yes. So the train has stopped. It kept bagging up. It kept triggering the crossing. I think it stopped now, and traffic's finally figuring it out that the lights are working again. So, yes. So to tell you the truth, I forgot the camcorder was still going. So, yeah. Well, that's it, and thank you out. Well, folks, we're back here, and crossing just came on, and it just cut back off. Train is actually causing a malfunction at McCowa and Long Drive crossing. Crossing just came back on, and Griggs never did come back on, which was weird, and also confused the traffic lights. As they went to track clearance green and everything, now they gotta change back to yellow and red, and then return back to green. Oh, there they go. Okay, blinked one time, returned back on, and they're back to recovering from a preempt. Which, by the way, that's kind of not good, making these traffic lights keep doing that, because some people get confused. So yes, the traffic lights did flash one time and then came back on, as you saw. And okay, crossing just came back on, so here's track clearance again. Yes, the train has caused a malfunction here, and the sensors for the poor railroad crossing and the traffic lights are involved in this. Unfortunately, they're tied to the crossing. So anytime that crossing activates, the traffic lights will go to a track clearance green, yellow, and red. They will flash, and then they will return back to normal cycle. So, and that's what the traffic lights are doing. That's what the crossings are doing. The crossings are cutting on, cutting off, and causing a malfunction to the traffic lights, unfortunately. Flashed again, return back on, and it goes back to green, yellow, red, and green westbound all around. So yes, the train is holding up quite a bit of traffic behind me here for eastbound. East crossing keeps cutting on, cutting off, and causing a crossing malfunction, just a very light crossing malfunction. The train is very close to Griggs, and the crossing just cut back on again. The traffic lights, the train is so close to the sensors that it's censoring this Makawa and Long Drive crossings, which is causing them to cut on, cut off, and which also causes the traffic lights to go to a track clearance green, and it does the phase all over again. It flashes one time and then it returns back on, and traffic is starting to get very impatient because the traffic lights keep doing it and the crossings keep cutting out. So yeah, this is a thing. What happens when the train stops cut right at the crossing off? Everybody's starting to run the light. They saw a flash one time and came back on. Unfortunately, eventually this light gonna end up going out. But for right now, everybody's running it. That's as far as I know, which is gonna cause an accident. They don't pay attention to the light. But of course, like I said, the railroad crossing keeps cutting on, cutting off. So causes the track clearance. There go again, causing the track clearance green. It causes the track clearance green. Crossings cut on and it cut back out. Traffic lights flash one time and return to normal cycle. And it does that until this train moves up, which I'm pretty sure that the UP train that's sitting in the stop yard right now are waiting on, I guess they're waiting on track clearance from another southbounder that might come through here a little while later. Yes, but there's totally nothing wrong with the crossing. The crossing works fine. The traffic lights are working. As you can see, they went back to flash mode and cut back on. They has been doing that for the last couple of minutes now, since the traffic lights keep going to a track clearance green every time the crossings reactivate. But the traffic lights do recover. They go back to green for westbound, but unfortunately the crossing cuts on and track clearance green hits for the traffic lights, unfortunately. So causes a couple of confusions for the drivers out here. And the crossing just reactivated again. So that means traffic lights are back on track clearance green. We'll go to yellow, red, flash one time, and then return to normal cycle. It'll keep doing that over and over again until this train moves up. Griggs Road is not doing it. Griggs Road crossing is not cutting on, but Makawa and Long Drive's crossing is cutting on it. So this is what's causing the traffic. Traffic lights are on the track clearance green phase as we speak. It'll be changing yellow and red soon, and will flash once and come back on, which you just saw now. And it's gonna keep doing that till that train moves up. So let's just sit here and let's watch it. It's causing a big malfunction to the traffic light. This is what happens when this railroad crossing is tied to the traffic lights. So this is what happens when a railroad crossing is tied to the traffic lights. Crossing cut back on again. Track clearance green has hit it again, and yeah, this is pretty crazy. This is pretty loud. And traffic is trying to, figure out what the hell's going on. You see the crossing keep cutting on, crossing keep cutting out. That's what's causing the traffic lights not to change. And this is not just for, just for this railroad crossing. All railroad crossings that are tied to a traffic lights will do their thing, go to track clearance, change yellow and red, will flash one time, return back on. Some of them will just go green, yellow, and it'll be a whole mess. So yes, unfortunately this light is causing a lot of delays, as you can see. This light is causing a lot of delays. It's causing pretty much a big backup on Makawa here, and behind me on Long Drive is causing a backup. Unfortunately for westbound. Unfortunately for westbound, they get a track clearance green. They get track clearance green. They change yellow and red and go back on. It's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. So yes, the train is causing a malfunction to the crossing and to the traffic lights. So, and this has now been going on for the last 6 minutes. I started recording as soon as it started doing it. So a lot of people are getting very impatient and starting to run the light. As it blinks one time, it comes back on. So yes, it's causing a malfunction to the traffic lights. It's causing a malfunction to the railroad crossing. It's a big whole mess. I wish I was out there sitting down watching it all happen. But of course, it's dark, cloudy, and it looks like it's ready to rain any time now. Any time now. So yes, yes, this is a railroad crossing and traffic light malfunction. Traffic lights went back to track clearance. Crosses back on again. So this is a crossing and traffic light malfunction. See, crossing cuts on, crossing cuts out. Traffic lights, their preempt mode in the box, in the control box, is already activated for track clearance. And they'll flash one time and they'll return back on. And actually, I'm looking at northbound. The lights stay red the whole entire time. The only light that starts blinking is the west and eastbound traffic. It's the ones that start blinking. Crossing should be coming back on here in a couple of seconds. Track clearance should already be activated. There you go. Crossing's on. Track clearance has already been activated. And people are watching to make sure there's not a train coming here. There's not. A train has stopped in the yard. They're very short of the Griggs Road Railroad crossing, which traffic lights are on. Track clearance green, and traffic is started to treat it like a four-way stop now. The traffic lights are not stuck on red. They're not doing none of that. It is the railroad crossing that's doing all this. The traffic lights working just fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I think there's going to be something wrong with them, and they keep malfunctioning like this, and keep going to track clearance and back and forth. Unfortunately, the controller might end up getting confused and just mess up the traffic lights here. Unfortunately, nobody's paying attention to the westbound traffic. Nobody's paying attention to the light. But the traffic lights are back on the track clearance and clearance of traffic and track clearance because the crossing's going to cut back on. There you go, cutting back on, crossings on. I'm sorry. Traffic lights are on the track clearance screen, and they're going to go do it again. Westbound's going to change yellow and red. Light's going to flash in front of us and return back on. And it's been doing this for the last 5 minutes. Now it started doing this even before I started recording. So now it's really starting to do it. So traffic light's about to do it again. There we go. Back on. Green, yellow, green, yep. Then red, and then return to green, which will be clearing up traffic for people who's behind the crossing, and for people eastbound can't go nowhere because track clearance keep hitting. Crossing activates, track clearance green for the traffic lights. So yes, and I'm gonna keep saying it too as much as it keeps happening. I know y'all probably gonna get annoyed by that after a while. I know this I've been saying it for the last 10 minutes of this video. Yes, guys, just keep an eye on the traffic lights. So. crossing cut back on again. And it's causing so much confusion. The train moved up yet. Doesn't look like it. Still sitting there. So this is causing a malfunction. Train is still sitting close to Griggs Crossing. It is triggering track clearance and Griggs, excuse me, and McCowa and Long Drive railroad crossing. It's causing a real big malfunction. It's just a mess. And see how people just running on past the light. They see the railroad crossing is malfunctioning because of the train. So there they're going back on again. I wish the train would move up a little bit more, but the train, the train length. Nothing they can do about it. They can't go past the red signal. That's not allowed. They can get in trouble for that, unless the dispatcher tells them they can go past the red board. And no, they can't, because I know there's probably another train, another southbounder that's trying to come in. And that's trying to hopefully try to get passed through. So yes, traffic lights, there they go again, doing it again. And yes, this has been doing this for the last couple of minutes now. It's been doing this for the last 8 minutes. I watched it for a little while, did it the first time, I thought it was not going to do it again, and once I found that it's doing it again, here I am recording. Crossing, track clearance. Well, folks, it's about to rain. That's why I'm not out there. I have my chair and I got my camcorder right here. Y'all watching it off my camcorder. I have my camcorder. I have my tripod. I have everything. It's just about to rain. And that's one thing. I don't have a waterproof camera, and I don't have an umbrella. So I have everything else but that, all that other stuff. Well, I can show y'all what the traffic lights are doing on the westbound side. Instead of me telling y'all, and telling y'all in description, I would rather tell y'all. I would rather show y'all what the lights are doing. But unfortunately, it's drizzling, and it's starting to rain, and traffic is crazy right now because everybody's getting confused. And it's not like I said, it's not the traffic lights. It's the crossing. Yeah, it's the railroad crossing. Railroad crossing keeps activating and deactivating. And that's not because they're malfunctioning. They are malfunctioning, but that's not due to a sensor issue. It's actually due to a train that's sitting in the yard. You can see Griggs Crossing. I'm watching Griggs Crossing right now. Griggs Crossing ain't even cutting on. It's just along in McCowa. So that's what's causing the traffic lights to keep doing what they're doing, which blink one time and come back on. Flash red, come back on. There to see exactly what they're doing, which is causing a malfunction. So in this case, the traffic lights and the railroad crossing are malfunctioning at the same time, and people are starting to run the light like their lights aren't working. And it's not. The lights are not able to do their normal regular cycle, clear out traffic because of the crossing and the train sitting right there near Griggs Crossing, and probably sitting on the sensors for McCowa and Long Drive for the track clearance and the crossing activation. So until the train clears up, the crossing is going to keep doing this. There's nothing new. There's nothing they can do. They have to wait for the train to move up, and then the traffic lights can return to regular cycle and let people go. And people won't find out the lights are back up and running, because they have to sit in here and wait and see what the hell happens. So winds are also starting to pick up. So I know it looks like we're about to have a thunderstorm, a little mini thunderstorm that might hit us. That is in what now? 6 o'clock here, 6:15 on this Monday evening, rush hour, and got a malfunctioning crossing and a malfunctioning traffic light. So there's really no need to call this crossing in, because I already know what's the issue going on here. It's just the traffic lights are, the crossing keeps activating because of a train that's nearby. The crossing keeps cutting on, cutting off. It's just a train. It's a train car that's sitting on the sensor, and that's what's censoring track clearance and what's censoring the crossings to go off. So everybody's running the light. They're like, okay, so everyone's treating it like a four-way stop. Everyone's treating it like the traffic lights don't work. And the crossings are on for a limited time. They're not on forever. They cut back off. They eventually cut back off. I think if the rain at least holds up a little bit longer, maybe I'll get out here. Maybe I get out here with my cellular device and we'll come watch the come watch the traffic lights do their thing. I'm not bringing my camcorder out, and not in this ridiculous weather that's about to come through in a little while. So, okay, traffic lights back on, back off, back on, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Okay, turn on this green, and that FedEx truck can actually go. He's actually waiting to find out if people are gonna run the light. Nobody really trusts the light anymore, so everyone's going to run this light. Well, I'm going to attempt to bring my camcorder out here. Well, let's go. Let's go watch this train and the traffic lights malfunction a little bit. To the rain. Alright, here we are, coming up to the intersection. Our traffic light's about to do it again. Okay, didn't do it this time. That's good. That's good news. At least that's good news. Train is still sitting there. Let's see what happens with the lights. Crossing, I'm sorry. Excuse me, crossing. Yes, they're back on. Yep, it is now malfunctioning. The train track clearance is on for the traffic lights. And the crossing just cut back out. So yes, and now until this train moves up. Let's see if we can get across the street. We'll wait patiently because everybody's running the light. I don't want to get ran over. Okay, here's the crossing. They're back on again. Signals are on, they're red. Plus down here at the end. And then bear back out. Let's see if we can try to get onto the other side of the street here. I'm gonna wait for a little bit, wait for traffic to figure out what the hell they're doing. Okay, here we go. We can see the traffic lights from here. And they're flash again, come back on. And green, yellow. Let's attempt to cross the street. Okay, and there's not a lot of traffic westbound. There's more traffic on south and, no, excuse me, west and eastbound. Okay, here's the track clearance green side. They're on track clearance. Crossing's back on. See, traffic lights are on track clearance green. So now the traffic lights are going to change yellow for inch of track clearance. So you see in a couple of seconds. Here they go, changing yellow for end of track clearance. Red, and they'll flash once, back on, and green, yellow, and red, and then we return to green. This is to the clear out traffic phase, and the crossing will be cutting back on shortly, and that's in just a few seconds. Traffic lights are green. Track clearance is probably hitting by now, and this is will be. Shoot, there you go. Crossing's back on. Track clearance. Traffic lights. So this is what the crossing's been doing here. The last couple of minutes, we've been recording, and as we have been recording, the crossings traffic lights are malfunctioning due to a train that's right there. It's mighty close to Griggs Road crossing. Griggs Road crossing is not malfunctioning. It's out. Not this. Traffic lights better do it again. Back up. And green, yellow. Back to red and return to green. Okay, let's go back to come back up to the crossing. Crossing's about to go off again. Track clearance should be hitting right about now. There to go. Thankfully, westbound has, track clearance and all that. And you see almost a near accident almost happened here. This is probably why trains should never, ever, 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 ever sit at this junction right here. And traffic lights. Alright. Oh, and there we go. They're going to change back to green, yellow. So the only traffic that's supposed to be going right now is westbound on Long Drive. Only light that's changing right now, and keeps going back to track clearance, my functioning, come back on, and do this again. Crossing's about to go off. This is due to a train that's sitting near South Yard and waiting on a train that's actually coming south. So they're waiting on track clearance down there. And the train is long enough to bag up pretty much a lot of traffic for the people on the north and southbound. Also eastbound is sitting. Eastbound does not have a track clearance, so this side has the track clearance. And yes, it has been doing this for the last couple of minutes now. We're finally coming out here to, come check them out. There's yes, the crossing's malfunctioning. The traffic lights are malfunctioning. They keep returning back to preempt mode. They keep going back to green. This is to clear out the traffic. And then the crossing comes back on. Track clearance hits for the traffic lights. As you're about to see here again in a couple of seconds. There they go. This is pissing off a lot of people. And everybody, and people who's traveling westbound on Long Drive will have to be very cautious. The light might be green, but everybody else is running the light on their side. It's eastbound, north, and southbound. Due to the lights are not changing, and they're crossing. They know the crossing is activating and deactivating. They see it malfunctioning. Alright, and now I'm about to blink again. Back on. And then we have green, yellow. Back to red. And back to green. Okay, so now it's starting to rain, so I'm going to cut this camcorder. I'm going to cut my camcorder off. We're going to use my phone, and we're going to keep watching this crossing malfunction until the train moves. So, until the next video, thank Guess who? And guess what's coming again? We have another train. I don't know where the heck it's going. Please go on the UP track. I'm so sick of the Macau sub getting all the trains and getting all the train attention. The Glidden ain't got no train activity, not lately. Not as much times I went down there. I see train lights back there in the yard. Let me see if I can pick up the camera here. And let's see. I saw train lights on the way. Oh, there they go. Alright, let's see which way they go. Please come on the UP track. 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 I'm going to keep saying it. Please come on the UP track. Go on the UP sub. Please. Go towards the Glidden. Right now it don't look like it's going towards the Glidden. Nope, it's not. But maybe, nope, it's not. Oh man. Guess what? We got another train on the Macau sub tonight. My goodness. Everybody about to run the light. Track clearance westbound. I know you guys shouldn't have started to hear me say that. Oh well, it's actually a good catch. It's a Norfolk Southern. Ooh. Well, I'm actually going to enjoy this. Traffic lights on a red flash right now. Norfolk Southern. This is what, my second Norfolk Southern train? Third Norfolk Southern train I caught? Not including the ones I put on trains? Yeah, this is about my third Norfolk Southern train. Wow. This ain't bad. A lot of the trains has been getting rerouted to the Macau sub for some reason. This is just me on the Macau sub, just where all the trains are going down. I'm like, people who go to Relfan and Rosenberg and Spring and all that, I'm like, you got all them trains out there. But y'all ain't came down to Macau. Y'all ain't come to Macau and Relfan like I never Relfan before. Cause y'all know I'm out here all week. And Wednesday I go catch the Amtrak. Y'all know I'm out here all week. Y'all come join me if you don't have afternoon classes, or you're not in high school still, or if you have early morning classes and you don't work and you don't have to go to work that day. Come on out to Macau. Come to TNNO Junction, and which I call Relford's Paradise. Come on out. Come catch some trains with me. The Macau sub has been pretty busy the last couple of days. So come out, come see me. Come catch some trains with me. It'll be delighted to meet you. You know, so I really want to meet some of my fellow rail fans around the Houston area. Now I'm finally driving, and I'm getting, out the house more day because I got school in the morning, and then I have nothing else to do in the afternoon, but probably go work a little bit, and then I catch rail trains for most of the rest of the day. Hell, I've been on the Macau sub since I've been on Macau sub since 2 o'clock this afternoon. I call it about 4 trains, and then my function. It's not bad. So yeah, if you're watching this video and you want to come out to Macau, come on out to Macau. If you're not in high school, or if you're got a car, if you have college classes, or you don't have to work, come on out. Gladly to see you. I'll be out here all week, and I'll go to the Glitton tomorrow, and probably, well, not, maybe not tomorrow. It's supposed to be raining. I might go to the Glitton Wednesday to catch Amtrak. That's planning to go through on the Glitton. I'll be out there. Just look for me. You'll see me. I'll probably be sitting down in the chair. You'll see probably a car sitting in the parking lot. You probably see a car sitting in the parking lot, but no, it's me. I'm just sitting in the car. I'm just avoiding, just avoiding to get out the car. I'm lazy. I'm just let y'all know now I'm lazy and I don't like to get out the car sometimes. I got out the car to catch the malfunction that happens. Pretty much it. Yeah, if y'all want to come see me, come see me. Like, hey, I'm like, let's go see one of the rail fans around here. Come on out. I'm glad to have you. I'm out here on Saturdays too. Not early mornings, but in the afternoons. Yeah, in the afternoon, I'll be here. Yeah, just show up. Come on, pop up, and I'll be stationed right in front of the traffic lights, and I have my chair, my tripod, and my camcorder, and I'm gonna be out here rail fanning in 92-degree heat in the beginning of fall. I'll be out here. Come on out, come see me. Like I said, you're in high school, and if you can't come because you're in high school and you have a lot of homework, okay, it's fine. I understand. Come out on the weekend. You're in college and you have a lot of homework and exams and stuff like that. Okay, that's cool. Just, find some time. And I know a lot of people have a lot of life. Some people who rail fan, they might have children, they may be married, or they might have work or something like that. I understand that all that completely. Heck, I got a life too. I got to take care of my grandfather. So, I got responsibilities. I got to go work and, make money just like the rest of y'all do. Well, if y'all don't have to, if you off one of those days and you have nothing, no errands to run or anything like that, come on out. Come out, come see me. I'll be here. I'm out here early in the mornings on Wednesdays and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm out here at 2 o'clock Mondays and Wednesdays. Sometimes I might head out to the Glitton if I feel like it. Today I was supposed to go to the Glitton, I just didn't feel like it. There was more trains on here than Glitton I'll ever see on the Glitton. So yeah, come on out. Come on out, come see me. It'd be really good. I'll be glad. It'd be so glad. I'll be so glad to see you. I would be very glad to see you and meet you. And maybe someday, maybe we'll plan a rail fanning day and we'll go catch trains. So it's up to y'all whatever y'all choose to do. If not, don't want to beat me, then hey, I'm cool. I ain't tripping. Not tripping at all. So traffic lights have recovered, and now north and southbound Macau are going now. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I just wanted to let y'all know if y'all have nothing to do and you want to come visit the rail fanner who's been catching trains like crazy on the Macau sub these last 3 weeks. Come on out. I'll be here. Thank you.